Chosen one. What happened last night ties directly into that moment when your energy sent a soul-shattering signal right as someone was trying to work against you. They thought they were operating in silence, in shadows, in ritual spaces where no light could reach. But the second your name was invoked, something snapped. What you don't see is the machinery behind all this: private chats, coordinated attacks, money passed under tables, people gathering intel about you like you're a mission. Every plan formed against you met the same unstoppable force: your spirit, your protection, your divine backing. And last night it made itself known. Let me show you what you're really dealing with. These aren't amateurs playing with candles in a bedroom. This is a family business. Literal generations of practitioners who've built a reputation on being able to redirect destinies. Formal meetings happen around tables. Black clothing serves as a uniform. Responsibilities are divided like corporate associates. The specialization focuses on emotional manipulation, particularly around romance and relationships. Years of practice have refined these methods. Decades of experience have proven these formulas. Bindings can be executed with eyes closed. Wrong relationships have been created hundreds of times. Careers have been derailed. Lives have descended into chaos. The work has destroyed what people were building, and payment has been substantial. Someone paid these workers to focus on you. Someone who watches you. Someone who knows enough about you to provide detailed information. Someone who wanted very specific results. The desire was to see you bound to a person who would destroy your peace. Someone emotionally unstable. Someone who operates purely from chaos and physical desires. The trap was designed to completely derail your purpose and waste your potential. The person who hired these practitioners made a critical mistake. No information was provided about who you really are. No mention was made of the protection you carry. No explanation was given about the frequency you operate on. These workers were essentially sent into a spiritual battle without proper intelligence. And now everyone involved is dealing with consequences nobody anticipated. The practitioners keep saying something feels like a setup, like their client deliberately withheld information, like the assignment involved attacking someone who should never have been touched. That feeling, it's correct. But the setup wasn't from their client. The setup was cosmic. Permission was granted for this attempt, so a lesson about spiritual hierarchy could be learned the hard way. Candles won't stay lit when your name is involved. Flames die the moment intentions try to seal. Tools are breaking, blades cracking, crystals shattering without being touched. Physical objects are choosing to destroy themselves rather than be used against you. Practitioners are having dreams about you. Dreams where speech becomes impossible. Dreams of drowning. Dreams where invisible hands wrap around throats. Waking up with throat soreness has become common. No medical explanation exists, just spiritual consequence manifesting physically. The energy isn't just stopping the work, it's marking the workers. Each person in that circle is now identified by the forces that protect you. Understanding has dawned that spiritual debt has been created that will follow until balance is restored. Multiple secret accounts exist. Not one jealous person occasionally checking a page, a coordinated surveillance network. Fake profiles were created specifically to monitor you. Every move is followed, post timing is watched, engagement is tracked, patterns are analyzed, content is screenshotted. Private group discussions happen about you. This is organized, this is funded, this is intentional. The goal was measuring effectiveness of ritual work. Signs were being sought that you were being affected, changes in behavior, stress in posts, confusion in decisions. The expectation was watching you fall into the trap in real time. You kept shining brighter. Every post glowed harder. Every update showed more success. Every piece of content displayed more confidence. Watching was supposed to reveal your downfall. Instead, witnessing your rise became unavoidable, and fury resulted. Practitioners were questioned. Demands for answers arose about why expensive ritual work wasn't producing results. And then strange things started happening. During ritual sessions, phones would go off. Notifications, alerts, pings, your face appearing on screens, your posts interrupting concentration, your energy invading sacred space without any effort from you. Phones were silenced, devices were moved to other rooms, but energetic disruption remained. Here's what you need to understand. This wasn't coincidence, this was your frequency disrupting their frequency, your light penetrating darkness, your truth dismantling lies. You weren't sending anything consciously. You were just being yourself, posting content, sharing your journey, living your life, but your authentic power was so strong it interrupted ritual work automatically. Let me show you exactly how this works. Every time you share something authentic, something aligned with your purpose, an energetic pulse goes out. Your genuine joy, your real success, your authentic expression vibrates at such a high frequency that low vibrational activities focused on you get disrupted. Your energy doesn't sleep. Your protection doesn't take breaks. Your frequency doesn't have off hours. Even when you're not actively posting, residual energy from your presence online continues to interfere. The surveillance network that was built, it's become a prison. Every time your page is checked, every time your content is scrolled, exposure to your frequency happens, and your energy is so high, so protected, so aligned, that slow effects occur just from observation. Your discernment is so sharp that being watched has probably been felt. Accounts that felt off might have been blocked, and every time your gut is trusted and access is removed, the surveillance network gets dismantled without you even knowing it exists. If this message activated your knowing, hype this video to connect with more chosen ones on this journey. Let me walk you through exactly what happens every time an attempt is made to work on you. The circle gathers, everyone in position, candles lit, tools arranged, intentions set. This is routine. Success has happened countless times before. The ritual begins with confidence. The first person tries to speak your name. Immediate coughing. Violent, uncontrollable, throat-closing coughing. Water is grabbed desperately. Another attempt is made. Worse, stepping back in confusion. Someone else takes over. Same result. The moment your name approaches lips, throat constriction happens. Words get stuck. Another person tries. Same thing. Another. Same thing. One by one, every person in that circle experiences the identical phenomenon. Your name will not come out of mouths in that context. Not mispronounced. Not whispered. Not spoken at all. It's like bodies are rejecting the very attempt to curse you. Like physical forms are refusing to participate in the attack. Different approaches get tried. Writing your name instead. The paper tears or ink won't flow. Visualizing your face. The image blurs or shatters. Using photographs. Candles go out. Every method hits the same wall. Absolute, undeniable, immovable protection. Room temperature drops dramatically. Breath becomes visible. Presence is felt. Something ancient. Something powerful. Something making it very clear that you are not to be touched. Some see shadows moving. Others hear voices telling them to stop. All feel hands on throats, preventing words. This type of protection is recognized. Stories have been heard about it. Protection that comes from the underworld realms, not dark in an evil sense, but dark in an ancient, primal, unstoppable sense. The kind of guardians that don't negotiate, that don't compromise, that don't allow interference with their chosen ones. Realization dawns. This isn't a normal person being dealt with. This is someone who has spiritual backing from realms not fully understood. Someone who carries authority that can't be challenged. Someone whose destiny is defended by forces that exist beyond training. So who orchestrated this whole thing? Who paid money to spiritually attack you? Let me paint the picture because details matter. This is someone in your orbit, not necessarily close, but connected. Access to your online presence exists. Your content is watched. Your growth is seen. Your success is witnessed, and internal destruction occurs. This person believes your spotlight belongs to them. The thought persists that attention you receive should be theirs. The feeling exists that you're getting something deserved by another. In twisted logic, your success equals their failure. Your rise equals their fall. Your light somehow dims theirs. It's completely irrational, but jealousy never makes sense. Here's what reveals identity. Casual hatred didn't happen. Organized attack was funded, professionals were hired, detailed information about you was provided, exact results were specified. This level of investment reveals how threatened your existence makes someone feel. This level of coordination shows how much your power disturbs another's peace. But remember what was said earlier about cosmic setup. A critical error was made. Practitioners weren't told about your protection. Maybe knowledge didn't exist. Maybe knowledge existed but hope persisted that it wouldn't matter. Either way, workers were sent into a battle nobody could win. And now everyone involved faces consequences. The amount of money involved here would shock you. This wasn't pocket change. This was significant investment, the kind that shows obsession, the kind that reveals how deeply your existence bothers someone. Not just wanting you to stumble, willingness to pay premium prices to watch you fall. While money was being spent trying to destroy your path, you were investing energy in building your purpose. Money was spent trying to stop you. Time was spent by you becoming unstoppable. Right now, crashing out is happening. Money was spent expecting to watch you fall. Instead, watching you thrive while hired workers choke on your name. And every notification about your success is a reminder of wasted investment. You don't even know it happened. You're not stressed. You're not worried. You're not defending or fighting back. You're just living, just building, just glowing, just rising. And that casual confidence, that unbothered energy, that peace in spiritual warfare you don't know about, it's destroying someone mentally. The desire was seeing you paranoid. You're peaceful. The wish was seeing you struggling. You're succeeding. The hope was seeing you confused. You're clear. The plan was seeing you bound. You're free. Every outcome paid to create. You're experiencing the exact opposite. Think about how that feels. Knowing an attack was sent, knowing good money was paid, but you're completely unaffected, not struggling to stay strong, just naturally, effortlessly, automatically protected. That level of divine favor makes someone realize competition was never with you. Competition was with the force that chose you. Here's another detail that reveals character. Not just wanting you derailed, wanting you humiliated, wanting you publicly embarrassed, but even that desire is backfiring. You're not experiencing private pain, you're experiencing public success. Everything intended to humiliate you is highlighting you instead. The worst part, talking about what was done is impossible. No one can be told about paying for spiritual attacks. Complaining about failure would reveal the attempt. Being stuck holding this failure privately while watching your success publicly, that's its own torture. The desire was seeing you bound to someone completely wrong, someone emotionally unstable, someone who would drain your energy and destroy your peace, someone who operates from pure chaos and temporary pleasures. The vision was watching you trapped in a relationship that would derail your entire purpose. The plan was specific. Get you emotionally entangled with someone who would make you question yourself, someone who would dim your light through constant drama, someone who would waste your time, drain your resources, and pull you off your path. The goal was seeing you abandon your purpose for a person who would never appreciate your value. Why this particular attack? Because understanding exists about something important. You in the right relationship amplifies your power exponentially. You with the right partner becomes unstoppable. You in divine alignment with divine connection creates a force nobody can compete with. So prevention was attempted by binding you to the wrong one. The belief was that romantic destiny could be manipulated. The assumption was that emotional energy could be redirected. The thought was that discernment could be overridden with ritual work. But your guides saw through the entire scheme before manifestation could even start. Ancestral protection grabbed tongues mid-spell. Protection activated automatically. Your frequency rejected the binding before attachment could occur. You weren't even conscious of the battle, but your spirit was fighting and winning on levels you couldn't see. And this is the beautiful part. While attempts were being made to bind you to chaos, you were naturally attracting alignment. While redirection to destruction was being attempted, guidance toward divine connections was occurring. While work was happening in darkness to derail you, you were walking in light toward your destiny. The entire effort became irrelevant, because your path is protected by forces that cannot be overcome. Remember those phones going off during rituals? Let me explain what's revealing about your energy. Every time gathering happened to work against you, your activity online would interrupt. Not occasionally, consistently, like clockwork, like something was coordinating your posts to disrupt concentration. Being in the middle of ritual, phones start buzzing, all of them, simultaneously, looking down. It's you, your face, your post, your energy. You weren't sending anything. You were just sharing your content, just being present online, just existing in your power. But the timing was so perfect, it felt supernatural. Because it was supernatural, your guides were coordinating your activity to disrupt the work. Your protection was using your normal behavior as a weapon. Your energy was so aligned with divine timing that your simple posts became spiritual interference. Ritual sessions get scheduled carefully, everything calculated for maximum effectiveness, and then beginning happens. Within moments your activity interrupts. The timing is so precise it can't be coincidence. The content you post during these times, always aligned with exactly what's being blocked. If work is happening to bind you romantically, you post about standards and self-love. If financial struggle is being attempted, you post about abundance. If confusion is being created, you post with absolute clarity. Every single time. You know those moments when random inspiration hits to post something? When sudden clarity appears about what to share? When an idea drops into consciousness with compulsion to express it immediately? Those aren't random creative moments. Those are your guides moving you into position. Divine downloads designed to activate your protective frequency exactly when attacks are being launched. You're being used as a weapon against your own enemies without even knowing battle exists. Your genuine expression becomes spiritual warfare. Your authentic sharing becomes protective magic. Your natural presence becomes defensive strategy. All happening automatically, effortlessly, unconsciously. Fear is starting to replace any other emotion in practitioners now, because recognition is happening of something only heard about in training. Someone whose very existence is protected by forces that actively counterattack. Someone whose energy doesn't just deflect curses but returns them amplified. Someone who doesn't need to know about spiritual warfare to win every spiritual battle. That someone is you. Now let me put you onto something real. Destiny Engine. I built this because I was done watching chosen ones get dragged through betrayal, isolation and attacks while their enemies strutted around unchecked. I want to help you accelerate the speed of your divine justice and step fully into your purpose. And the beauty of it, you don't even have to lift a finger. Destiny Engine takes their downfall and flips it into your rise. This isn't another meditation app. It's declassified consciousness technology. The same mind programming tools your enemies once used to install fear, competition and scarcity, re-engineered to restore your sovereignty and align you with the cooperative, upgraded operating framework. It generates personalized sequences mapped to your divine purpose. The hardest thing you'll do is put on headphones, press play, and watch your enemies keep digging their own grave. The collective upgrade is underway. Start your Destiny Engine for $1 today and turn everything they did to break you into fuel for your rise. Link in the description. Now watch how this all comes together. Every attack sent your way is creating reality for the senders. This isn't slow karma. This is accelerated, immediate, undeniable karmic return. The desire was seeing you bound. Being trapped in karmic debt is the result. The wish was seeing you financially struggling. Wasting money on failed rituals is the outcome. The hope was seeing you emotionally destroyed. Experiencing emotional turmoil. Watching you thrive is what's happening. Practitioners are getting sick. Not just ritual coughing, real physical illness. Symptoms with no medical explanation. Financial problems are hitting. Unexpected expenses are occurring. Opportunities are falling through. Relationship issues are surfacing. Arguments are happening from nowhere. Everything attempted to send your way is landing in the sender's own lives. The person who paid has it worse. Not just dealing with wasted money. Experiencing the full weight of initiating attack against someone under divine protection. Own opportunities are closing. Own relationships are fracturing. Own peace is dissolving, and watching you rise higher while sinking lower. This is how spiritual law operates when chosen ones are attacked. The return isn't proportional. It's multiplied. It's amplified. It's accelerated. Because when someone walking in divine purpose gets opposed, the fight isn't with that person. The fight is with the force that chose them. The attack isn't on plans. The attack is on divine will. And divine will doesn't just defend, it destroys opposition. This whole situation, from organized attack to failed rituals to karmic return, it's all serving your elevation. Every scheme against you became a setup for your next level. Every curse sent your way became a blessing bouncing back amplified. Every attempt to stop you became momentum pushing you forward. The belief was working against you. The reality is working for you. Attacks triggered deeper protection. Surveillance gave you reason to go harder. Jealousy confirmed your importance. Failure proved your power. Unwilling servants to your destiny were created. You have guardians from ancient realms, not gentle whispering guides, warriors, fierce protectors, ones who have watched over you through every lifetime, ones who literally grab tongues and prevent curses from being spoken. These are entities that exist in what some call the underworld, not hell, not evil, but deep primal, ancient places of power, places where souls go between lives, realms where karma is balanced and destinies are written, spaces where spiritual law is absolute and cannot be negotiated. Working with them consciously might happen. Not even knowing existence might be the case, but knowledge of you exists. Assignment to you has been made. Connection to your purpose is real. And games don't get played when it comes to protecting your path. When ritual workers tried to speak your name, these guardians activated immediately. Physical intervention, throat constriction, temperature drops, shadow appearances, all designed to send one clear message: this one is off limits. Let me tell you more about these guardians, because understanding who protects you changes how you walk through the world. These aren't entities you summoned. These are beings that have been with you since before your first breath. Ancestral protectors, ancient ones, guardians who have watched over your lineage for generations. Some are your direct ancestors, people from your bloodline who lived, struggled, survived, and passed down strength. Crossing over didn't mean leaving you. It meant stepping into a different role. From living family to spiritual guardians, and playing about you doesn't happen. Negotiating about your protection doesn't occur. Allowing interference with your path doesn't exist. When those ritual workers tried to speak your name, it wasn't just random spiritual static. It was hands, spiritual hands, ancestral hands, reaching across the veil and literally grabbing tongues, constricting throats, making it physically impossible for curses to be spoken over bloodline, over legacy, over you. When someone with this level of ancestral protection gets attacked, dealing doesn't happen with just that person. Dealing happens with every strong ancestor in the lineage, every warrior, every survivor, every protector who ever lived in that bloodline. That's not one guardian, that's a spiritual army. The cold in the room? That's temperature drop that happens when the veil thins, when spiritual beings cross into physical space, when ancestors manifest presence strongly enough that physical environment gets affected. But here's what you need to understand about your role in this protection. It's not passive, it responds to you. When you step into your power, it amplifies. When you claim your authority, it expands. When you walk in your purpose, it intensifies. You're not just protected, you're dangerous. Your energy isn't just defended, it's weaponized against anyone who tries to harm you. Every time you choose yourself, you strengthen the shield. Every time you honor your path, you intensify the guard. Every time you refuse to shrink, you amplify protection. It's not something separate from you, it's something that responds to you, that moves with you, that fights harder when you stand stronger. So what's the real lesson here? What's the message in discovering people have been working against you? It's not about fear. It's not about defense. It's about understanding the level of threat you represent to everything mediocre. People don't organize professional attacks against irrelevant targets. Funding spiritual work doesn't happen against nobodies. Coordinating surveillance doesn't occur on people who aren't going anywhere. The fact that you attracted this level of opposition is confirmation that you're on a path that threatens the entire world some people live in. Your enemies see your potential before you sometimes. Recognition of your power happens before you claim it fully. Sensing of your destiny occurs before you step into it completely. And attacks ironically serve to confirm what you've been feeling. You are meant for something that disrupts the status quo. You carry something that challenges comfortable mediocrity. Fighting this battle wasn't necessary. Consciously defending yourself didn't have to happen. Sending anything back wasn't required. Your mere existence dismantled the entire operation. Your simple act of living your life destroyed plans. Your energy signature alone was enough to reverse every curse attempted. This is chosen one dominance. Not loud, not aggressive, not reactive, just powerful, just present, just protected. You dominate enemies by thriving. You defeat opposition by glowing. You win battles by staying focused on your purpose, while protection handles everything else automatically. Most people have to actively fight. You conquer by existing. Most people have to consciously defend. Your defense is automatic. Most people have to work to reverse curses. Your frequency reverses them without effort. This is the level you operate on. This is the authority you carry. This is the power you need to claim fully. Now let me show you what this situation reveals about spiritual hierarchy. There are levels to this spiritual realm, ranks, orders, hierarchies of power and authority. And what just happened exposed exactly where you sit in that hierarchy. At bottom levels, people dabble, playing with spirituality casually. These people can sometimes affect each other because operating happens at similar frequencies. That's bottom-tier spiritual activity. Then moving up to practitioners, people who've studied, who've trained, who've developed actual skill. These are the ritual workers who came after you. Successfully manipulating situations can happen for people on their level or below. That's mid-tier spiritual authority. But then there's another level entirely. People who don't practice spirituality. People who are spirituality. People whose very existence operates at a frequency that transcends techniques and rituals. People so aligned with divine purpose that automatic protection gets carried, that mid-tier practitioners can't penetrate. That's you. That's the level you operate on. Ritual workers just discovered being mid-tier trying to affect top-tier. Being skilled trying to manipulate chosen. Being practitioners attempting to curse someone who exists beyond training. And the spiritual realm responded by shutting down completely, by making it undeniably clear that you are above their rank. This isn't arrogance to claim. This is hierarchy to understand. Operating happens at a higher spiritual frequency. Protection gets carried, that can't be breached. Walking happens in purpose that can't be derailed. That's because chosen status exists for an assignment that requires this level of backing. Stop operating like bottom-tier existence. Stop moving like vulnerability to every spiritual attack exists. You've just received confirmation that existence happens above that level. You've just gotten proof that your protection outranks their practice. Start moving like someone who knows being untouchable, not reckless, but confident, assured. Start building like someone who understands attacks will fail by default. Start speaking like someone who recognizes words carry weight that curses can't match. This is about claiming your spiritual authority, owning your rank, standing in your hierarchy. You're not hoping you're protected. You're knowing you're protected. You're not praying attacks will miss you. You're understanding attacks can't reach you. You're operating in divine favor that's already been established. What do you do with this information? How do you move forward knowing what's been happening in the shadows? Here's what you don't do. You don't shrink. You don't hide. You don't dim your light to avoid more attacks. You don't play small to make jealous people comfortable. You do the opposite. You claim your power louder. You step into your purpose harder. You shine your light brighter. You rise higher, because now you know something that changes everything. Your success doesn't just bless you. It dismantles systems of mediocrity. Your growth doesn't just elevate you. It threatens comfortable complacency. Your light doesn't just illuminate your path. It exposes everyone else's darkness. That's not a burden. That's a calling. That's not pressure. That's purpose. That's not a reason to be careful. That's permission to be bold. If people are already organizing professional attacks against you, you might as well give them something real to fear. Not through revenge, through relentless rising. Here's your invitation. Stop playing games designed by others. Stop fighting on their terms. Stop defending yourself against attacks that can't reach you anyway. Start operating from absolute dominance. Start moving like someone who knows being untouchable. Start building like someone who understands destiny is inevitable. Post that content being watched from secret accounts. Share that success being monitored with jealousy. Display that glow up being attempted to dim. Not to prove anything to anyone. To claim everything for yourself. Not to make anyone mad. To make yourself unstoppable. Now let me give you specific moves to make from this position of power. First, audit your energy investments. Look at where focus is going. If energy is being spent worried about what people think, defending yourself, or trying to prove your worth, redirect that energy. Those are low-frequency concerns. You operate above that now. Invest your energy exclusively in expansion, in creation, in building, in rising. Every moment spent defending is a moment not spent dominating your field. You carry evidence of your authority in the very fact that professional attacks against you fail. Second, cleanse your digital space with intention. Knowledge now exists that secret accounts are watching. Use that strategically. Post content that reflects the reality you're creating, not attacks you're facing. Share wins, display growth, showcase abundance. Let your online presence be a constant reminder that schemes don't work. But here's the key. Don't post reactively. Don't share success to spite enemies. Do it because it's your truth, because it's your reality. When posting happens from genuine joy and accomplishment, the energy is pure, it's powerful, it disrupts negative work automatically. Third, strengthen discernment about who gets access to your energy. The person who hired these practitioners, knowledge of you exists somehow. That means someone in your current circle isn't aligned with your highest good. Just pay attention. Who feels different now that rising is happening? Who seems bothered by success? Who always has something slightly negative to say about wins? Trust those instincts. Your discernment is sharp. Your intuition is accurate. Fourth, upgrade your standards in every area. Raise your standards so high that wrong connections can't even reach you. This isn't about becoming difficult. This is about becoming intentional. This isn't about building walls. This is about building boundaries. Something broke in their world while you were living your life. Ritual circle collapsed while you were just being yourself. Organized attack shattered while you were unconsciously stepping into deeper power. That break wasn't random. That disruption wasn't coincidental. That failure wasn't luck. It was you. Not the you that fights, the you that exists. Not the you that defends, the you that dominates through authentic power. Not the you that sends attacks back. The you whose frequency automatically reverses everything sent your way. You sent a soul-shattering sign without even knowing you were sending it. And that sign communicated one clear message, wrong one to try. Everything connects to one central truth. You are operating on a level that cannot be manipulated. You carry protection that cannot be penetrated. You walk a path that cannot be derailed. Not because perfection exists, not because struggle never happens, but because your assignment is too important for interference. Your purpose is too significant for detours. Your destiny is too powerful for disruption. All of it worked for you. All of it serves you. All of it confirms you. Attacks validated your importance. Schemes proved your power. Failed rituals demonstrated your protection. Everything meant to harm you became part of your testimony. Remember what broke last night? It wasn't just their ritual. It was illusion of power over you. It wasn't just their circle. It was false narrative about your vulnerability. It wasn't just their work. It was entire understanding of spiritual hierarchy. And what broke it? You. Just living. Just existing. just being exactly who you are. But let me tell you something else that broke. Confidence broke. These practitioners who've successfully manipulated countless situations, who've bound people to wrong paths, who've redirected destinies for profit, belief existed that anything could be handled, and you shattered that confidence without even knowing existence occurred. Now every time a new client comes, wondering happens. Every time a new ritual begins, hesitation occurs. You broke their professional certainty. You cracked their spiritual swagger. You dismantled their confidence in own abilities. Realization is happening now that the gap between you isn't about resources, it's about spiritual rank, it's about divine backing, it's about chosen status, and no amount of money, no level of organization, no degree of jealousy can close that gap. You're not in competition, you're in a completely different category. You're going to keep rising, not because attacks will stop, but because attacks don't matter when protection like this exists. You're going to keep shining, not because jealousy will disappear, but because jealousy confirms doing something significant. You're going to keep building, not because opposition will fade, but because opposition proves walking in purpose. And every step you take forward, every win you accumulate, every level you reach, it sends another soul-shattering sign to everyone who ever bet against you. Every post you make is evidence schemes failed. Every success you share is proof rituals didn't work. Every moment of peace you display is confirmation attacks can't reach you. So here's how you walk forward from this moment, with absolute certainty that you are untouchable, with complete confidence that your path is protected, with total assurance that your destiny is inevitable. Not arrogance, authority, not ego, alignment, not delusion, divine truth. You didn't choose this level of opposition. Your power attracted it. You didn't seek this level of attack. Your purpose provoked it. You didn't ask for this level of protection. Your assignment required it. And now that knowledge exists, now that seeing has happened, now that understanding occurred, you have one job. Rise anyway, shine anyway, dominate anyway. The ritual circle that collapsed when trying to speak your name, that's not the only thing collapsing. Confidence is collapsing. Certainty is collapsing. Sense of control is collapsing. And all of it is happening because you exist, because you're rising, because you're chosen, because you sent a soul-shattering sign just by being exactly who you are. This is your time. This is your season. This is your moment. You are chosen. That's not motivation. That's identification. You are protected. That's not hope. That's fact. You are unstoppable. That's not affirmation. That's reality. The soul-shattering sign wasn't intentional. Planning didn't happen. Orchestration didn't occur. Knowledge of sending didn't exist. But receiving happened. Feeling occurred. Understanding resulted. And communication happened more powerfully than any conscious message ever could. It said, wrong one, wrong frequency, wrong rank, wrong person to attack. This is who you are. This is what you carry. This is the level you operate on. Welcome to the rest of your life, where your presence is power, your existence is dominance, and your purpose is inevitable. The story that started with something breaking in their world ends with something unbreakable being revealed in yours. You just sent a soul-shattering sign to your enemy, right as ritual work was happening on you. And doing it happened without trying, without knowing, without fighting, just by being exactly who you are. That's the power you carry. That's the protection you walk in. That's the authority you need to claim. You are chosen. Never forget it. Never doubt it. Never diminish it. This is who